Hello again, and welcome back to part two of fine tuning with OpenAI. As you can remember, in part one, we had a Salesforce database that had 50 sales questions, and we fine tuned that model. And now, actually, the model is able to answer any question sent by a customer the way we want it to be answered. So, in this project, our goal is to basically create a mini user interface that is accessible to all customers for them to send their requests and to interact with the data set and get their answers. And for that, we're going to be using Telegram as the interface, and we're going to be using NA10 to create the workflow. Let's get it started then. So we're going to go to NA10 and create a new workflow. Feel free to call it whenever you want. Let's call it fine-tuning OpenAI or fine-tuning Salesforce, etc. And here we're gonna go and add the first step, which is calling Telegram. And here, the good thing about triggers is that whenever, for example, we get a message, it triggers instantly. So here we're gonna be using Telegram on messages, and here we're gonna need to connect our credentials. Here it's asking for the access token, and to get your access token, you actually can go to Telegram and let's call Botfather, and let's start a conversation with Botfather in order to create a new bot that will be connected to the dataset through NA10. So here I'm gonna be calling new bot. And here it says, all right, a new bot. How are we going to call it? So let's call it Salesforce fine tuning, I don't know, like OpenAI bot. It's asking me for the name again, so let's send the same name again. Okay, so I don't know, fine tuning bot. Perfect, done. Now that we have our bot, and we have here our token, so let's copy this token down and let's connect it here and save. Here you can see credentials are successfully created, and here it's testing. Let's see. Hey, it's actually still testing. Okay, now that the test is successfully done, and if the connection is done, you can see here connection tested successfully. So let's go back here and let's execute a step. And here actually you saw that I sent hey and it got it. Let's try to execute another step. Hey again. Oopsie. And it got it hey again, so it is working. So now after we got the message, the second logic step is to send that message over to the model. So here, let's go to AI and then OpenAI, and let's go to message model. Sorry. I have here my connection to OpenAI, but here I need to select the model that I want. So let's check the model name here. This one. Let's paste it here. Oopsie. Let's try like this. Here's the model that I want. So here I connected it, and then the prompt here should be the text that was sent by the client. So for example, here, if I go to the Telegram trigger and I get the response as a text, which is hey again here, and then I'm gonna put it in the prompt. And like, let's test it again. How can I add a customer to Telegram to Salesforce? Let's see if it works. Actually, it's inactive. Oops. It's running and it's successful. So here we have the Telegram trigger with the message, how can I add a customer to Salesforce? And then here we have the content, with the response. Click on accounts or contacts, etc. So now we have the response from the model that we fine-tuned. Now we need to send that response back to the customer chatting here. So let's go back to our flow editor. And here what we're gonna do is we're going to call Telegram again, and we're going to create a text. Let's look for a text. Send a text message. So here we're going to send the text message. Let's try to have that needs to be inactive. Sorry about that. Distractions. Send text. And we need to execute this in order to get the responses. All right, let's now connect it again. And this time, probably we're gonna see the answers here. So here in the chat ID, we're going to go back to Telegram trigger, and we're going to get the chat ID here. Perfect, so it's gonna be here. And then we need to add the text here. So the text is going to be the content that was generated by our model. So this is the content here. And that's it pretty much. I think we have our workflow here. Let's try to test it out. Perfect. Create accounts new or just drag the content, etc. Let's ask another question. How can I delete a customer in Salesforce? Let's wait. Perfect. This is how you can delete a customer. How to export my data base in Salesforce. Easy peasy, you use data export or data loader, etc. So again, for us too, easy peasy. This is an easy way to create a very smart and very efficient and very easy NA10 workflow that uses Telegram and Telegram bot, and using our fine-tuned model in order to create a very efficient and very good sales assistant assistant that is automated. Of course, keep in mind that the more data you have in your data set, the better the model is. So whenever you upgrade your business, always make sure to fine tune your model again with more data. And in case you have any questions, feel free to leave your questions in the comments and I'll make sure to answer all of that. Thank you and see you soon.